Well. Do we have a lot to talk about today? Because you see, what I thought we could do today is maybe do one of them videos where we have like multiple topics, we talk about them a bit briefly, and it's like one big drama-filled episode of me just complaining. So basically the usual stuff. But before we do get any further, I do just want to say about 60-70% of you guys aren't subscribed. So you watching this video right now, there's a good chance you aren't subscribed, and I am appalled. But don't worry, you can get back on my good side if you just scroll down right now, have a look at the subscribe button, and if it's not clicked, just give it a click, you know? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? But enough of the begging out of the way, let's get into this video, because we've got a bunch to get through, okay? So first things first, I wanted to talk a bit about James Charles. Now this one actually isn't going to be me going at James Charles for once. I'm actually kind of on his side with this one, because you see he uploaded a story the other day that's really long, so we're not going to watch it all, otherwise we would be here forever. But it's basically him ranting about the Instagram algorithm and basically saying that his pictures aren't getting as many likes, which at first seems a bit of a stupid argument to make, doesn't it? Because you see, he actually makes a good point, and it's something that a lot of people have been talking about recently. A lot of businesses are getting like 75% less of their like reach that they would used to, which for a lot of people who are kind of just getting by is pretty crushing. Now for someone like James Charles, it's not that big of a deal. He's still a multi-millionaire, getting millions from every single social media platform on the internet. And you can be as rich as you want, but seeing 70% less growth than you've seen before is obviously going to be a bit concerning, and he goes on to talk about it. So let's have a bit of a look and see what he says.
But basically I'm going to insert 2 screenshots of just some statistics of my posts that were made, I believe, in like July, so like 2 months ago.
So as you can see for the first post here, he's posted a picture. It's got a reach of 14 million people. Oh god, I could only wish. It's got 3.8 million likes, and at the bottom it says 32% weren't following James Charles when they saw this picture, so it's reaching a good amount of new people. And then he goes to show this next post from when the algorithm changed on Instagram or whatever, and it's got a 3 million reach, which is still a fuck ton, but it's a lot less. 1.3 million likes, still a fuck ton, but a lot less. And it reached 5% of people that weren't following James Charles. It just wasn't getting promoted at all. Now on his Twitter, he actually shown more examples of this and like different pictures, and it seems to be a thing because a lot of people reply to it, a lot of people have businesses, or just people who run their social media accounts as their job, and they're seeing very similar things right now. And yet again, this doesn't really affect James Charles too much. It's a bit concerned for him, but he's gonna be fine. But the thing he was trying to bring up here was that a lot of people who have smaller run businesses are gonna get fucked over by this. The whole point of running a business through social media is to reach new people and new customers, and it's looking kind of impossible right now with some type of algorithm change. And I know me personally, I literally never go on Instagram because I think it's an awful app, and that has something to do with the fact that a lot of the posts that I want to see, I just never really see. But the reason I want to talk about this, because I do realize it seems a bit weird for me to talk about this. I haven't literally posted an Instagram picture in about a year, but it seems to be something that every social media platform tends to do. Like Instagram are doing it right now. YouTube are probably the worst for it in terms of algorithm. I remember it happened on Facebook years ago, and I think that's why a lot of people just don't use Facebook anymore. And it seems like the only social media platform that seems to have a good algorithm to help people grow on it is actually TikTok, out of all the fucking social media platforms there is. And it makes you think, why the fuck do all these social media platforms tend to do the same thing when quite clearly the majority of people don't like it? There's actually this show on Netflix called The Social Dilemma, which talks about all this stuff where basically social media platforms don't care. I know, shock. And they're basically just trying to force things down your throat that you don't want to see, but are going to get them a lot more money, a lot more customers, and a lot more advertisers paying the app to advertise on their app. And it looks like Instagram are taking this to the fullest. I'm not going to completely just talk about Instagram for this full video, but I feel like it's worth noting, okay? And I think it was actually quite good for James Charles to talk about it because he has a platform that could probably actually make some change. So yeah, a little bit of positivity on the MARKIE channel here. Me sticking up for James Charles and what he's saying. Fucking hell, I'm shocked too. Now next up on the agenda, we actually have Tana Mongeau. Now you remember when she released that probably maybe the worst apology video I've ever seen in my life just a couple of weeks ago. And remember, after she posted that video and everyone called her out, she then went and said this on Twitter. But you definitely make a lot of valid points, which is why, like I said in my video, I will be making a follow-up video responding to what people have to say. So apparently she was making a part 2 to the apology video because the first one was shit, and she was actually going to be honest in this one because she even said herself she basically sounded like a robot in the first one. Well, brilliant news, Tana Mongeau's uploaded a brand new video. I wonder what it's titled. I mean, it must be something to do with the apology. Jake caught me cheating on him. Our biggest fight ever. It's a strange title for an apology. But it's funny because that's actually because she hasn't uploaded this video just addressing everything at all. In fact, she's actually posted 2 videos since her big apology. The second one being 10 things Tana Mongeau can't live without, which is just her talking about how much she likes smoking weed. And I've got this new video, which is just a vlog that she blatantly just copied David Dobrik. A lot of people have done it. In fact, she actually shows her talking to David Dobrik in the video saying, I'm going to copy you, so I'm not going to call her out for that. But one thing I can say, it's just a shit video. In fact, the actual title about her apparently cheating on Jake and had the biggest fight ever was just them doing that thing that Logan Paul did in his vlog where they call up one of their friends and pretend to lie and say, oh, my partner said I was with you. Are they telling the truth?
Do you know where Tana is? Because I was supposed to come over. I was hanging out with Tana and then I left. And I wanted to come back. Like, she wasn't answering her phone and being really weird. And then she said she's with you. So I just want to make sure she's okay. She's with you right now?
Oh, she's totally lying to you. I knew this was for some fucking bit. I knew you guys. Do you want to do it again?
You want to do it again?
Oh, the joke didn't even work. So much for our biggest fight ever, eh? And then basically other than that, it's just her going around doing the normal shit that she pretty much did in all her other videos anyways. And let me tell you, I'm not exactly the minority here, because we're probably going to read some comments right now. Most of the shit that happened wasn't even that funny for the amount of cackling going on Tana's part. How did we go from super real Tana in the truth about everything video regarding Drake to this clickbait about Jake? Is there not socially distancing and half-ass wearing a mask for me? I miss the old Tana because she got into this group and it's just not her anymore, and I just can't watch her videos anymore, which is sad. And a big sad emoji, so you know they really are gutted with that one. So yeah, yet again, just like the first apology, Tana Mongeau decided to hype up another apology and just didn't give it, and instead just give 2 videos where she does drugs and talks about cheating in a jokey fashion on a prank. So, I mean, is anyone surprised? But yeah, I would like to hear your guys' opinions either way. Do you think Tana Mongeau's ever gonna give us this second part? Because she's now saying that she's uploading 3 videos a week with this exact same style of content, which most people seem to dislike. So yeah, I'm probably guessing we're not. But yeah, like I said, want to hear your guys' opinions, okay? Right, let's get into the next topic. Well, next up on the agenda, we actually have Jeffree Star, who released a brand new video the other day called I Have Some Really Bad News. Now, in case you missed one of my last videos, we actually spoke about Jeffree Star and the whole, like, ex-boyfriend situation where a bunch of fake accounts were talking about Jeffree Star and whatnot. But we also mentioned that video that Insider.com released a big article with quite a lot of allegations that are very, very serious based on Jeffree Star. Now, rightly, it seems like a lot of people aren't just jumping on that bandwagon this time and making a bunch of videos saying that this article is 100% true, because that would be a stupid thing to do right now. What you need to do is give time for the person to actually address it and put 2 and 2 together and make your own mind up and see if there's actually enough evidence to back up what's happened. So that's what you would assume that Jeffree Star's new video's on. Right? Well, I can tell you it's not, okay? It is a 24-minute long video, so we're not going to react to it, but I'll sum it up for you dead quick. Jeffree talks about the whole, like, ex-boyfriend situation, talks about how, like, the fake account was posting pictures saying that Jeffree Star has AIDS, and he said that he was going to sue the fake account, and also said he was going to sue any articles that covered the story. He then addresses people saying that he's only coming back to YouTube when he needs to promote something, and basically says, yeah, I need to, business comes first. Which, by the way, my opinions are on that. Fucking hell, Jeffree Star's obsessed with money? Who would have thought? And then when you think he's going to address all the articles and whatnot, he then talks about how he got his ears pierced recently and did some home decorations. So, you know, really addressing the serious stuff right there. Now, at this point, I'm really not surprised, and it feels weird me even saying this, because I know you guys will be like, well, why are you even shocked? He does this all the time. But then it also makes me think, what? So if people do something stupid all the fucking time, and it's really bad when there's serious allegations going around and they're just not addressing it, do we just kind of just leave that because it's common? Now, my answer to that isn't definite. I actually don't really know what we should do. Do we just ignore Jeffree here? Do we keep talking about it because he should be accountable and all this stuff? I don't know. I want to hear your guys' opinions, so please let me know down below. And yeah, maybe, just maybe, we'll actually get Jeffree addressing the stuff that people want addressed in the future. But just like Tana Mongeau, I kind of doubt it. Now, finally, in this video, we're going to talk about a couple of people that we rarely ever talk about on this channel, really. In fact, I think I've made one video about these people, and it's the Dolan Twins, and that one was almost just defending them. In fact, it was literally just defending them, really. And that was actually a couple of years ago now. I think Ethan, out of the 2 twins, actually messaged me, thanking me for the video, which I thought was quite sound, but unfortunately, they seem to be in a bit of bother right now that I feel like I need to talk about. Because you see, there's this guy called Ryan who actually lived with the Dolan Twins. They were like childhood best friends, and he came to live with the Dolan Twins, and everything seemed to be pretty sound. In fact, he actually been quite a few of the Dolan Twins vlogs quite recently, and a lot of people out of the Dolan Twins fandom stands, whatever you want to call them, knew Ryan. Well, it turns out Ryan was actually kicked out of the Dolan Twins house because apparently he was messaging, like, one of the Dolan Twins viewers, but then it came out that apparently Ryan had been friends with this viewer for years on Snapchat, and it was before he was even in any of the Dolan Twins videos. And because of this, he actually uploaded a video titled Why I Am Back at Home, and he kind of talks about everything. It's 33 minutes long, so yet again, we're not going to react to the whole thing because we would be here forever. But one thing I will say, as I was watching this, I realized that he does actually have quite a lot of respect for the Dolan Twins still. It doesn't feel like it's just like a straight up hit piece on the Dolan Twins, you know? It feels like he's almost trying to address the people who heard about the story, wanted to clear his name almost. But just give you a rundown of what people kind of took from the video, let's have a look at the comment section. Considering how toxic they were to Ryan, they're probably the same reason the Sister Squad broke up. Oh yeah, because also one thing I didn't mention, which kind of sums up the toxic traits here, Ryan wasn't allowed to, like, take pictures with the Dolan Twins or anything, or, like, wasn't allowed to be seen with the Dolan Twins out in public and stuff. Well, that's what he said, and for me, that's very fucking weird. After 10 plus years, they don't trust their best friend, but they can trust Christina after a year or two. I literally do not understand. No wonder they don't have any friends. 15 years of friendship, and they didn't help you during your toughest time, so they kicked you out. The fact they don't want to be seen with him is disgusting. The fact that they hid you from everyone really speaks volumes to their character. I'm so sorry you had to go through this. So as you can see, a lot of people who watch the Dolan Twins weren't exactly happy. Which is why after this whole, like, video broke out, and they started getting tweets and comments left, right, and center, they made a podcast titled Taking Ownership, Down with the Dolan Twins Episode 1.
We also hold each other accountable. That's something that we always promise to do for each other. And that's something that Ryan kind of brought to our attention lately, is that we need to take ownership of a lot of things.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yep. Go on, hop off. Big stunt on the way out.
Mission failed.
Was that the stunt, was it? Fucking hell, that was impeccable, wasn't it?
I've also been told by my mom. I've also been told by the entire internet. You know, maybe it hasn't been everybody else around us, but maybe it's just been us that were the problem. Yeah, I've been...
Not maybe.
So, as you can see, just from the start of it alone, you can see they're starting to take accountability for it. They kind of seem like they know they fucked up. Yes, you can say they're just doing it because they got caught or whatever you want, but I've seen a few of these guys' videos. They don't seem like awful people. But in fact, scrap that. They don't even seem like bad people. I've seen them on, like, Logan Paul's podcast, and I've seen a bunch of their videos talking about, like, just their lives, really, and how they don't have, like, too many friends and whatnot, and the stuff they tend to do, and they don't like the whole, like, fame and whatnot. I feel like these come across as quite genuine people. But one thing I will say is that recently, I've noticed a shift in their content when they've started doing almost this, like, reality feel to a vlog. It's quite weird. Like, they basically just got a camera following them, like, 24/7. And when you're in the mindset where you've got to put a show on 24/7, I can imagine that is going to change your mindset quite heavily. They went from uploading, like, one video a week where they just sit on the sofa and have a laugh and, like, maybe, like, edit people's pictures weirdly or whatever, or maybe do, like, never have I ever and shit like that, to now going to their whole life has to be entertainment and it's just non-stop. And trust me when I say this, I can imagine that that is probably hell. I don't think I could actually think of anything worse than recording every aspect of my life. I think I would actually go crazy. And I feel like that's what's starting to happen to these guys recently. They're just getting too caught up in everything. But yeah, I kind of stopped that a little bit early, so let's carry on watching a little bit.
We took a breath and some time, some much needed time to just talk things over, and we realized that we were the root of the problem. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot for us to talk about. Things that you guys have noticed. You guys listening right now or watching now are really close friends of ours, almost to the point of family. Mm-hmm. And when something's off with someone in your family, you can definitely tell.
So as you can see, they don't seem to be, like, making excuses and whatnot, which is what you would see from someone like Tana Mongeau and Jeffre Star, just from the people we spoke about earlier. So from my opinion, I feel like they've been a lot more genuine than from what you would expect from, like, your normal, like, apology video or, like, statement or whatever. But I would like to hear your guys' opinions, as well as, like, everything else we've spoke about in this video. What do you guys think? Do you think anyone's in the wrong? Do you think anyone's in the right? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm right? Whatever it is, let me know in the comment section down below, and let's have a bit of a discussion. That's why I like these videos, because we actually just talk about stuff, like stuff that interests us, I guess. But yeah, without further ado, I think we're probably going to leave it there. If you did enjoy this video, please do leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new, and also, I've been saying this recently, but I have been actually live streaming over on Twitch, like, every single day for, like, maybe sometimes, like, 6-7 hours a day, doing, like, 2 streams a day some days as well. Like, if you want to come along, and if you do want to have a chat, and we can talk about all this stuff live, and, like, we can play games and enjoy or whatever, please come along. It's a lovely place, and, yeah, that would be great. And I guess apart from that, I'll probably see you guys in the next video, won't I? Okay, right. Goodbye.